All right, so let me get Josh in here. 1 second, guys. Josh, say your name, sir.
Yes, sir. Josh
All
Moore,
right,
report.
perfect. Hope you guys are all doing well. We're just going to allow a little bit of a buffer time so people can hop in. Can I just get a thumbs up if you guys can hear? All right, cool. All right, so first and foremost, with some of the emails that have been coming through, if you guys do have questions regarding the shoulder thoracic stuff that we sent, don't hesitate to email us if you guys need some clarification. But for today, just like the emails have said, we're gonna kind of focus on squat mobility and what parts may be contributing to that. So today is going to be more ankle and hip focus. So what I would like for you guys to do is to go ahead and let's go ahead and all stand up and check your squat position. So in regards to the squat position, let's see, get a good view here. All right, so get in your squat. All right, so just get about, shoulder width apart. If you need to turn it out a little bit, that's okay. So reach your arms out and go ahead and just sit into the deepest squat possible. And as you go down, do it a few times just to kind of feel it out. So squat down, see if you can get to a good depth of a squat and appreciate where you feel restrictions, because it could be from the hips, it could be from the ankles. Just see how low you can sit. Do it again. Okay. So again, this is just giving you kind of a gross approximation of how you feel. And now you're going to take that squat position and now go ahead and do it into quadruped. So you're going to get on all four position. All right. So go ahead and get into a similar position as you would in a squat. Because remember, when we talked about this before, this position and this rocking back movement is essentially the same thing as a squat, right? So go ahead and rock your butt back. If you guys felt some kind of pinch in the hip during the standing up squat and it goes away here, that just gives you a little bit of information, okay? And Josh is going to go through the hip stuff, but I want you guys just to feel how this mobility is in the quadruped compared to the squat, okay? Be mindful of your lower back. Are you rounding it? If you are, see if you can neutralize that and then come back. Okay. All right, good. So for my part of this class, I'm going to dive into the ankle. So what I'd like you guys to do is get anchored or get against a wall or just find like a foam roll so that you have a surface to kind of measure your foot or ankle against. Okay. So what I'm going to do here is I don't have a ruler. So what I'm going to do is basically use the width of my hand as a distance between my foot and this foam roll, okay? So I'm gonna line my second toe up to my hand. And now from here, I want you guys to bring that knee towards the wall or the foam roll and see if you can hit, okay? See if you can hit it without letting the heel rise, okay? So now when you go here, pay attention to, do you feel a restriction on the front side of the ankle or do you feel it more on the back? If it's on the front side, it's probably something joint related. And if you're someone that's squatting and loading that pattern tremendously, you want to make sure you address this, because if you're having some kind of joint restriction, adding more of that load could be actually more detrimental to your joints. So you guys just want to be really mindful of this assessment, okay? So now check the other side. Find that distance. Line up that second digit. Now from here, let's go knee to wall or knee to foam roll. Appreciate the differences on side to side. If you guys have had previous ankle sprains on one foot versus the other, you might see a difference. All right. And then come back out. So that's your ankle dorsiflexion, which is required. Again, just bringing you back to why we're doing this. When you get into a squat, you need this expression of ankle dorsiflexion for a squat. And if not, That's going to add undue stresses on the knee and cause other kind of compensatory patterns up the chain, okay? So now the next assessment is going to be the plantar flexion sit. So what you're going to do is you're going to point your ankles, and then from here, you're just going to go ahead and sit down onto your ankles and see if this is even possible, okay? Now, I'm going to give you kind of the back view. I'm going to apologize for that. Now, what you're going to do is make sure that your ankles aren't turned in, but rather nice and straight, and then just go ahead and sit back, okay? Again, if you feel a restriction on the front side, meaning the bottom here, that's going to be more of a soft tissue restriction. If you're feeling it like in the back of the heel, it's probably going to be a little bit more of a joint restriction, okay? So this, again, just giving you guys awareness. So now this takes us into our ankle cars drill. So now we're going to explore the rotation of our ankle joint, okay? So now what I'd like for you guys to do is you're going to bring your foot closer towards your butt, and I want you to kind of pump the brakes, meaning tap the ground, keep going, and slowly slide your foot out until the point that you feel like you can barely touch the carpet or the floor that you're on. That is going to be representative of your end range, okay? So I'm going to turn so you guys can see me here, okay? So now, once you have that, I want you guys to pretend you had a laser pointer, and you're going to draw the biggest circle you can with just your ankle joint, okay? So go ahead, for you guys, go ahead and block your knee so this knee doesn't go anywhere. And I want you to kind of point your ankle down as hard as you can. I need 80 to 100% of your maximum force to try to touch that carpet. Push hard. And then now from here, you're going to turn it in towards your big toe. So it's almost like you're tipping your top part of your ankle to show this wall. Bring it up, rotate towards the little toe. Sorry about that. And point down and carve it across the carpet. Really go hard. Try to invert that ankle to turn the top part of the foot to this wall. Bring it up. And then as you go towards the pinky, you're going to show the top part of that ankle all the way here and come back down. Let's do it again, even harder. Point, carve it to the left, bring it up, rotate to the pinky side, and come back down and back to the center, opposite direction. Let's turn it to the pinky side as hard as we can. We should feel a lot of this working here. Bring it up, carve it to the big toe, turn it, point down, pinky side, go real hard, get all of it, make your face, bring it up, turn it, go down, turn, let's go one more, to the pinky, bring it up, towards the big toe, and come back down, and to the center. Good. All right, let's check the other side now. So again, you're always constantly assessing, how does it feel left to right? How does it feel as I point down versus pulling it up? So you guys just want to have better conversations with your joints so we know what we're working with, okay? So let's go ahead and find that end range. So reach. Once you find that, go ahead and point down as hard as you can. Feel the carpet, and then now let's carve it to the big toe. Bring it up, carve to the pinky, and show that top part, and come back down. Sweep to the middle, to the big toe, show the top part of the foot to this wall, bring it up, sweep to the pinky, and try to tip this side to that wall, come down, rotate. Come on, bring it up, carve that circle, turn it, back down, reverse direction, okay? Sweep it to the pinky, bring it up, rotate it to the big toe, come back down, carve it to the pinky, bring it up to the big toe, come back down and sweep the whole floor. Sweep it, bring it up, go to the big toe, last one, and come back down, sweep it to the middle, and good. Okay, Good work, everybody. So now you just explore the rotational capacity of the ankle joint. And as we always reiterate with all of our joints minus the spine, rotation is first, okay? So now you guys felt that. We're gonna go into at least one drill before we get to Josh. I wanna make sure we save some good time for the hips to make sure we open this up for the squat. But what we're gonna do here is let's go ahead and do some isometrics with ankle inversion, which is pointing down and in. Okay, so if I show that to you, I want you guys to point your ankle down, and then the opposite hand, you're gonna reach across the outside of your foot, and you're gonna turn this guy all the way in as if you're giving yourself an ankle sprain. Okay, so point down and in. And so you notice here, this area is where I'm getting all of the stretch from, okay? I like to kind of hug my knee to make sure I don't cheat from my knee, but I do want you guys to truly feel a stretch. It shouldn't be sharp, but you should feel a stretch in an area where a lot of people will injure this lateral ligament when they sprain their ankle, okay? So we're gonna hang out. We're just gonna give it a couple more seconds, but then we're gonna do an isometric contraction, okay? So keep holding on to the stretch, but what you're gonna do in this first phase is you're going to basically turn your ankle into eversion, which is this direction, but you're gonna resist it. So you're slowly gonna fight. It's almost like with my top arm, I'm rowing. I'm basically fighting my ankle like this, but this ankle is pushing in that direction. So ramp it up, build it up to about 80 to 100% of your maximum force. Drive, and you should feel a lot of tension on this outside, okay? Keep holding, drive harder. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now actively take the hand away, point down and in even harder. So go hard. Imagine as if you had a scale on the bottom part of your foot and you're trying to push that to 100%. Push. You should feel a deep calf burn. Push down and in. Push. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Grab the ankle in that same position and pull it a little bit deeper. Good. Okay, we're gonna go one more round on this, okay? Let's go ahead and ramp it up. Go into this direction and feel the force along the lateral side of the ankle and foot. And drive, push. Come on, guys. Give it all. 80 to 100%. Push. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let go and push down and in even harder. Get that inversion. Scoop the top part of the foot like this to show the wall here. Get all of it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and get out. All right, good. So that was just a couple rounds, all right? That was only 2 rounds. We're gonna do it on the other side, and then we're gonna lateralize this to Josh, all right? All right, so let's go ahead and go to the opposite ankle. Let's go down and in. Find that big stretch. So really feel the stretch along that lateral tissue, okay? This is how we strengthen, for those of you that have had ankle sprains, this is probably one of the first lines of defense, depending on what stage of healing you are. This is a good way to strengthen the ligaments that have been chronically strained. Okay, let's go ahead. Let's build it up, guys. Let's push against that hand. Go into eversion and feel the good stresses. Make your face. Push. Come on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Point down and rotate it in. Get that rotation from the ankle. Drive it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Grab it and take it a little bit further. All right, guys. This is my finale. So let's give it all. All right, ready? Let's go. Push. Make your face. Come on. Let's go. Drive. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Push down and in. Let's rotate it. Get all of this ankle and foot to rotate. Let's go. Come on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and let go. Good. All right, good work, good work. I'm gonna pass this on to Josh so we can get some hip stuff in, and then we'll see how it goes. Let's go.
Okay, just to quickly drive home the message, what you guys just did right there was working on inversion, but inversion is going to improve dorsiflexion if that is one of the limiting motions for your ability to get your knee over your toes. So just to drive that one home. But if you guys can get onto your buttocks here, and I'm going to angle mine down a little bit, we're going to go into a bear sit position. So we're going to be working on opening up the actual hips. So I want you guys to let your feet out to line up your heels with your knees. Once you have that set, you're then going to grab onto your shin bone and you're going to pry open. So nice elongated spine and push down. You're going to feel a stretch in the groin area. And once again, this is the flexibility component of our training system. So this is where it's just passively pushing the person into that range of motion they don't have control over. But we're going to work on the control aspects of it with that isometric stuff that we're doing just earlier here. So let's really get into it. Nice elongated spine, sticking the buttocks out to make your spine kind of go into a little bit of extension, and we should be feeling it growing. Let's keep holding, and we're going to go into some isos here in a second, which stands for isometric, which is a contraction without movement. All right, so what I want you guys to imagine is keep holding a position. I'm going to come out of it to show you. What I want you guys to imagine when we do the isometric is that you're trying to squeeze your legs together, but your arms are going to be blocking. That's going to activate the tissue we're stretching. So let's go ahead and do that. So we're in the stretch. Squeeze your legs together isometrically, so no motion. And we're going 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Don't lose position. Now try and open up with your muscles. Try and open up, bringing your knees, your outsides of your knees down to the floor. You should feel your buttocks activating. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9. Butt squeeze. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take up the slack. And let's hang out here again. Kind of relax into the position. Remember, our breath helps us to get into the position deeper. So inhale through the nose, full exhale through the mouth, take up the slack. And then go ahead and let's do it again. Inhale through the nose, out the mouth. And we're going to take up the slack. So let's go ahead and let's get another isometric going here. So start to squeeze into your forearms. Build it up to 100% here, ramping up gradually. Let's hold. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift your thighs off of your forearms. Squeeze your butt. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take up the slack. Let's hold here. Hanging out for a second. So what we just worked out here is what we call external rotation. So we're working on rotating the hips out. This next component is going to work on internal rotation, which is turning the hips in. So what you guys are going to do is take your hands and reach behind slightly, and we're going to drop the knee in. So you're going to drop into this rotated in position. Once again, same thing like our 90-90 that we did last week. If there's knee pain, just bend the knee a little bit more. It should take that stress away. But stay up nice and tall, and let's drop that knee in. Squeeze. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and try and ring out a little bit more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Try and ring out a little bit more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Try and ring out one last time. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now slowly open it back up. Same thing. Now we're going to drop it. The inner part of your arch is going to flip onto the inside. And now we're staying up tall as much as we can. Drop it in. First resistance. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Try and ring out a little bit more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ring out a little bit more. Try and sit on the sit bones. So stay on your left buttock if you're stretching the left right now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One more. Next resistance. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And let's open it back up. Let's go one more on this side. What's our time looking like? Okay, let's bring it in. Find that first resistance. Try and sit on the sit bone. So keep your butt down. So don't let yourself do that. Keep the sit bone down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ring out a little bit more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ring out a little bit more. The awesome part about this is you can ring out as hard as you want. You can make this as hard as you want or as easy as you want. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And let's open it back up. Last time with this side. Stay up tall. Drop the butt, or keep the butt down. Drop the knee in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ring out a little bit more. Keep that butt down though. Don't be trying to roll away from it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One more time. Woohoo! 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's open back up. All right. So now with the next component, we're gonna train the squat in a low bear rocking position. So what you guys are gonna do, just like our test earlier where you're in quadruped, which is hands and knees, but this time I want you guys to get under your toes. So we got our toes locked in. We're pressing through the floor, but not making a humpback. We wanna create a nice straight spine, kind of like if you had a broomstick on the length of your spine here. You wanna keep all parts of your spine touching. Once you have that set, look straight down, slightly tuck the chin. Now let's get up onto your toes. So you're gonna be an inch to an inch and a half. Your knees are gonna be off the ground here. Let's go ahead and do that. Off the toes, your quads are gonna be activating. Keep your knees in alignment with your second and third toe, and let's rock back. Keep that straight spine, caught myself. Rock forward. We'll only rock forward as far as your wrists allow and your stability allows. If you notice that you start rounding, if you're self-aware like that, then let's rock forward. Rock back, rock forward, rock back. Your quads should be on right now. You might even be feeling some abdominal work going on. Think of digging your toes through the floor as you're rocking forward and back. And let's go 5 more. That's 1. And then back, 2, driving through the palms the whole time. Forward, back, 3, forward, back, 4, forward, back, 5, and dig through the toes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, and then Joey, if you want to go ahead and show them that deeper ankle lunge.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Thanks, Josh. Thanks for helping us open up that hip. And actually, you know, let's open up the hip one more time, Josh. Can we do a hip car?
Oh yeah, let's get on
Let's
our
do
side.
a hip car, and then we'll go right into my drill.
Okay, so let's get you guys on your side. Let's interlace the hands. Create tension. So full body tension. I want the tummy tight, straight knees. The top leg's the working leg. So I want you guys to bring the knee flex to the same side elbow. Open up to the ceiling. Flare that foot up to the ceiling. Keep the knee bent as we're kicking backwards and bring it back down. And then bring it forward. Same side elbow, out to the side. Kick that foot up to the ceiling. Start to extend the hip. And then back to midline. Bring it forward, create full body tension. Come on, full body tight. Bring it out to the side. Kick that foot up to the ceiling. Kick backwards, back to midline. Let's bring it forward, out to the side. Kick up to the ceiling. Start kicking backwards as you're kicking up to the ceiling, back to midline. Let's reverse. Now we're gonna kick backwards. Captain Morgan position, so dropping the foot lower than the knee as you're bringing it to the same side elbow, and then back to midline. So kicking back, making sure not to arch your low back. Open up to Captain Morgan position, kind of like the commercial. Dun, dun, dun. Bring it back down. Okay, kicking back. Flare up the knee to the ceiling. Captain Morgan, inside elbow. Last one. Let's kick backwards. Flare it up to the ceiling. Bring it to the same side elbow, and back down. All right, so let's go to the other side. So switch. Okay, interlace the hands, straighten the bottom knee, tension, full body tension. Let's bring the knee same side elbow, up to the ceiling, flare that foot up to the sky as you extend back to midline. Bring it same side elbow, open up, try and ring out as much range. So let's press the save button right here. Flare that foot up to the ceiling, and then back down. Bring a knee same side elbow, out to the side, kick that foot up to the ceiling, kind of rain out as much range as you have control over. We opened up the hips with the low bear, so let's try and use that range of motion we just worked. Open up to the ceiling, kick up to the sky, bring it back down. Now we're gonna reverse. Kick backwards, Captain Morgan, bring it elbow same side, or bring knee same side elbow, back to midline, extend straight back, flare that knee up into Captain Morgan, open it up, come on, bring it out, bring it same side elbow, back down, kick backwards, raise the knee up, bring the foot forward as you're bringing the knee up, and then back same side elbow. One more, kick back to the ceiling, bring the knee up to the sky, bring that leg, that foot, see how I'm bringing it forward, I'm rotating. Look at those hips, the Shakira hips. Let's go. All right.
All right.
That feels good.
All right. So the purpose of that was to allow you guys to get into this position next. Okay. So what we're going to focus on with this movement is now utilizing the range of motion that we just created. All right. So what I'd like for you guys to do is get into kind of a split squat position, but we're going to go a little bit wider in this direction because the reason is I want to get these knees over the toes. Okay. So we want to show you guys how to actually utilize all that ankle range of motion. So if I go all the way here, I want you to keep that tail tucked and drive that knee as far as you can forward, keeping the heel down and drive out. Okay. Again, so create some tension, reach your fists out, tuck the tail, and slowly drive that knee over that ankle, right down the middle to use the range of motion we just created and drive out. Okay, again, let's go. Knockout 10, reach forward, nice and slow, control that, and drive back. Slowly down, reach, reach, reach. Come on, guys, tuck that tail and drive out. Good, nice and slow. Get all of it. Make sure that whole foot stays on the ground and drive out. Good, let's go, 4 more. Reach, ooh, do you feel the quads? My goodness, and drive. Let's go. Reach, spread those toes, feel the ground, and drive. All right, 2 more, nice and slow. Create tension, tuck the tail, and drive. 1 more. Nice and slow, bring it there. All of it, and drive. Woo! Good work, good work. All right, let's switch it up, and let's get into position. Reach, find a good stable position to start off with. All right, now from here, arms out, create that tension, tuck that tail, okay? Once you're there, let's nice and slow. Bring yourself forward, get all of that ankle range, and drive out. Nice and slow. Bring it, drive. Good, nice and slow. Control all of this, and drive. That's 3. Drop it down. You guys should feel the quads working. Drive, boom. Let's go. Slow. And drive. Let's go. Feel that end range. Drive. Be mindful of where you feel restrictions now, guys. Front of the hip, back of the hip, front of the ankle, back of the ankle. Let's go. 5 more. Finale. Nice and slow. Come on. 1. Let's go. 4 more. Drop it down. Boom. 3 more. Drop it down. Drive out. Good. Bring it down. Let's go. 2 more, guys. Come on. Nice and slow. Drop it down. Use all the ankle. Drive it out. Last one. Smile for the camera. And out. Good work. Woo. All right. Let me get this gallery view up. I think we're good on, we got about 10 minutes. So good work, everybody. So just to kind of peel it back, we wanted to give you guys a little bit more awareness on a bit of the ankle assessment, a little bit on the hip assessment. I know we didn't go through the internal and external rotation, but we want you guys just to have better conversations with your joints. So when you're going through like your fitness regimens, you're paying attention to where the restrictions are, right? Because if you're doing, let's say, the squats and you're loading yourself with, you know, excessive weight on a barbell or holding kettlebells on a joint that's not prepared, that's not going to be good for your joint. So that's why we're doing these assessments, right? Not so you guys can just hop on and just exercise with us, but really starting to learn how to assess your joints to know whether or not an exercise is going to be detrimental to your movement health, right? Because, man, I mean, as much as I love, for example, as much as I love hoop and I want to go hoop, my knee's not prepared. So I'm making a conscious decision to make sure I work on some of the things that I need to do to be prepared to be on the court, because being able to be on the court is so big on my identity that it has affected my happiness, right? So think about the things that you guys are doing and what things that you aren't able to do in order to kind of drive home why you're actually doing these exercises. And so that's why we wanted to make sure we brought this up to you guys. And, you know, Josh, I think he put something in the chat box. He put our phone number. If you guys were offering the free 20-minute consults between me, Josh, and Dr. Brian, like we want to at least have a conversation with you guys to see how we can better guide you. We have all the exercises up, and we have the Facebook group where actually I think I have a couple people in here that are in, so really excited to have them in here also. We have a whole library with self-assessments and mobility drills that can continue to guide you with basically how many of these, Josh? Like 8 classes a week, right, for the Facebook group. So, you know, we just want to help everyone. So, Josh, you have anything to add to that?
I would just say from a standpoint of the self-screen, it's important because it allows you to be more efficient with your time for mobility work. Because at the end of the day, if you're doing mobility stuff that you don't really need, you're wasting your time. So it allows you to really kind of hone in on what you need and improve those things so that you can go and train the stuff that you want to train as part of your fun routine regimen instead of having to do the homework type stuff. So I would just say getting awareness so that you can program your mobility work more effectively is key.
Cool. Yeah, if you guys have any questions, we just have like a few minutes left. If you want to ask, go ahead and throw it up in the group chat, or just tap like a raising hand and I can unmute that so you guys can ask, but we only have a couple minutes. But if not, yeah, we'll continue to host these weeklies, and hopefully this is providing value, and we would appreciate any feedback that you guys have. So then as we kind of cater more of these sessions, you know, we can continue to deliver for you guys, because at the end of the day, we're all sheltered in place where, you know, the saying used to be home is where the heart is, but now it seems to be like home is where the stress is. And so we want to rewrite that and give you guys a different perspective on just being able to use your home as a way to kind of feel better, man. So yeah, that's all we have for today.
Carlin, look at that background though.
Carlin, Hawaii, what's up, brother?
Dang.
That's what's up. All right, guys. No questions. So, you know, we'll talk to you guys soon. Thank you again for spending part of your Friday morning. What's up, Leah? Buffalo, New York. What's going on? All right. See you guys.